Do you ever look at everything you've sacrificed for your family and think, how can my wife still make me feel like all of this is not good enough? These truths will show you why your effort may not be giving you the ROI you want in your marriage, what to do next immediately, and show you if you need deeper help behind this big problem. First truth. Making the plan clear before pressure turns into another fight. Let's face it, work feels easier than another argument at home, but if there's no resolution in your marriage, it will not only drain you financially, but you could also potentially lose everything you've built, even with the right intentions. My husband and I used to disrespect each other, and today, we have a partnership stronger than ever before. You work hard, you carry pressure, you take risks, and provide more than most people will ever see. You know why you work the way that you do. You're protecting your family from financial stress, keeping them safe. You're building something that gives your children more choices, building a better future for them. You're taking on pressure now because you believe it will create more freedom later. To you, your work means to provide. It is your duty and to protect. But your wife cannot see every thought in your head. She may see the late nights, stress at home, or a big choice that was made before she even had a chance to speak. That does not mean she is right about you. It means she may see what you do without knowing the full reason behind it. It also does not mean your sacrifice has no value. It means your intention and her experience just may not match. This is where highly successful men often get stuck. At work, results speak. Revenue, growth, problem solved, and people paid give you proof that your effort mattered. Marriage does not work that way. And believe it or not, building for the future does not tell her where she fits in the plan. Working late does not tell her how long this hard season will last. Paying bills does not explain why you missed a talk that actually matter to her. You want to choose a calm time, tell her what you're building, why it matters, how long this hard season may last, and where you need her voice in the plan. You can say, I want you to understand what I am trying to build for our family. I also want you to know how long I think this season will last and where I need your voice. Then ask, what has this season been like for you? And you don't want to turn that talk into a debate. You are learning what she has been living while you are being focused on the goal. She may need more notice when you will be late. She may want a voice in choices that affect both of you. She may not even know when the busy season will end. She may also speak in a way that is unfair. You can hear the concern without agreeing with every word. Your wife should not have to guess what you are building, how long it may take, or where she fits in it. But even when you do explain the plan, she may still say something that feels completely unfair. If this issue is not fixed, it will put your marriage in a tough spot that will be challenging to resolve. It is important to really invest this time with her. She may not understand, but at least you are informing her. And women, wives, we want to be informed, even though sometimes we make assumptions and you are calm with it and you're not agreeing with everything that she is saying. That is where the second truth begins. What to do when you feel blamed. When your wife says all you care about is work, it can feel like she has erased every bill you paid, every risk you took, and every hard decision you've made. Right away, you feel like the need to defend yourself. It makes perfect sense why you would want to do that. You think about the bills you pay, the risks you take, the sleep you lose, the problems you fix, and the pressure you carry. You don't want to be called selfish when you believe you have built your life around caring for your family. But when you list everything you have done, you still do not know what exact problem she wants you to fix. Now both of you are trying to win. No one is getting clear. Do not defend your whole life. Ask one clear example. First, make sure you know what she means. Then you ask, let me make sure I hear you. When I did this, you felt this way. Is that right? Then look at the facts. What part is true? What part is unfair? What part needs to change? You may see that you made a choice without asking her or change your plans without warning her. You may also see that she took one mistake and used it to say something false about who you are. Those are not the same thing. Own the part that is yours. Do not own the part that is false. You can say, you are right that I should have told you sooner, but it is not true that I do not care about you. And if she starts to insult you, mock you, or even talk down to you, you do not have to stay in that talk at all. You simply say when all of that is going on, I want to solve this with you, but I will not keep talking while we speak to each other this way. Let's take a break and come back when we can talk with respect. Trying to understand her does not mean accepting her disrespect and blame. It does not mean agreeing with a claim she cannot explain. Her tone, words, honesty, and choice to listen are still her responsibility. Your job is to control your answer, find the clear issue, own your part, and stop fighting a problem you do not understand. This is where patterns are created within the marriage that are not serving you at all. If anything, your marriage is declining if you don't fix this right away or putting those boundaries in place when she starts to do all these things to you. You still are a man who works hard, and you're coming together to really understand what the actual root of the problem is. Take a look at everything that she is saying and only grasp what you can control, what the part you can own, and continue to double down on what is actually true. Not based on feelings, but actual logic. If this is not resolved, the marriage will not get better. If this is at all helping you see the problem more clearly in your marriage, the free Bulletproof Marriage Plan is linked below. It is a 5-step resource designed to help husbands work toward greater respect, connection, and support in their marriage. Link to access for free is in the video description or pinned comment below. Now you have these 2 moves. You and your wife may use different standards to decide whether the marriage is working and whether each person is doing enough. So for example, you may look at money, work, risk, and providing. This is what duty as a husband looks like. She may look at time, communication, shared choices, and respect. Because you both are measuring the marriage differently, both of you can feel right and still repeat the same argument. Which brings us to the 3rd truth. You both need to agree on what counts. When there is a disagreement, do you listen or interrupt? Do you stay respectful or insult each other? Do you solve one issue or bring up every old mistake? Do you calm down and return to the talk or simply avoid it? Each of you have a different idea of what doing enough in the marriage looks like. You are thinking, how can all of this still not be good enough? She points to what she thinks is missing. The fight goes nowhere because both of you use a different way to measure the marriage. You need to agree on what support and respect look like in real life. Do not try to fix the whole entire marriage in one night, because that will never happen. Progress after progress. Have one clear talk about 4 things. This is where you both are talking together with an actual plan in place. So first, you want to ask each other, what do you believe you are carrying right now? You answer, she answers. Do not cut each other off to try to prove that your list is longer and more valid. Second, ask each other this. What does support look like for you this week? Make the answer clear and specific. The answers could be there for me. That's too broad. Respect what I do is also too broad. So turn these words into something both of you can see and it's tangible. Does support mean 1 hour together with no phones? Does it mean telling her before your plans change? Does it mean asking for her thoughts before a decision that affects both of you? Does it mean she thanks you for what you carry instead of only talking about what is wrong? Third, decide which choices need input from both of you before the decision is made. Not every choice needs a long talk, but if it affects your money, energy, time, home, children, or future, both people should know when the voice matters. Fourth, and this is the most challenging part, agree on how both of you will act when you do not agree. No insults, no mocking, no talking down to each other, not even sarcasm. Sarcasm is ego. No raising voices to prove a point. Each person picks one thing to do for the next 7 days. Examples can be like, you may tell her sooner when work will run late. If she feels safe when you update her on things, do more of that. That can help her feel closer to you and trust you more. If you don't know, just ask her. Get the clarity that you need from the actual source, which is your spouse. She may bring up a problem without calling you selfish, as an example. She may also say what she is grateful for instead of only saying what she wants changed. At the end of the week, talk again. This is where you can actually see the progress. What worked? What didn't work? What needs to be clear? Do not expect one talk to fix a pattern that both of you have used for years. Look for small positive actions that both of you repeat again and again. Real change is shown through repeated behavior, not just one good conversation or one big promise. You can start the talk, keep your word, and make your boundaries clear, but you cannot build a strong marriage alone. Your wife is still responsible for being honest, showing respect, appreciating you, and doing her part. Yes, of course, you are the leader of the household and you can start making the changes, because when you get better, everything else around you gets better. But for the actual high ROI in your marriage, both of you need to come together to fix one big problem that you are facing in your marriage. What is that big problem? And you don't get accountability for it, and you don't get like a third party to really help you, but like an actual right third party, not just anybody, the actual right counselor for this. If you think that this problem will dissolve on its own, it will not. It will get bigger, and it's going to affect you long term, especially in business. Even divorce. Divorce alone is far more costly than having to pay someone that you actually trust that can really help you fix the root of this big problem. You know, your hard work is not the problem here. The problem is expecting your hard work to explain everything. And let's be real, your kids just want the two of you to be okay with each other. You are showing your kids what marriage should look like. What example are you giving them? That is how you stop asking yourself, why is everything that I do still not good enough? Or why does marriage have to be this hard? And start building a marriage where both of you understand what you are building together, not alone. And if you're someone that want to see results faster and see that higher ROI, I highly recommend that you book that 15-minute free strategy call. What you're going to get out of the call is clarity and actual actionable steps that you can apply right away in your marriage. And that way you're going to see those results that you've been wanting for years. I don't take these calls very lightly. I work with clients constantly, and they'll make these claims that, hey, I worked with many other, therapists and counselors, but the way that you coach, Natalie, the way that you fully understand where I'm coming from and you actually see the root of the real issue, I get results far faster and even greater than I have for years. If you're ready to take things into a serious level, book that free marriage strategy call. Watch this video next to take your marriage to the next level and get the respect and support you've been craving. You deserve it. See you there.